90% of people in our day and age still read printed books. They prefer that over ebooks even. Printed books are part of our future, our past, and our present. And as someone who is an extremely avid reader, I decided I wanted to try out the whole ebook situation, thinking it would be a lot faster, a lot easier, just to go buy books with one click on a Kindle or a Nook or something like that. So I actually own a Kindle myself, and I got a couple books on there, but eventually I didn't like it as much. I didn't get into the books as much, and I decided to go back to printed actual paper books. But soon bookstores also began to close, and I became really interested in how and why printed books should be kept alive. To convince you why the printing of books should be kept alive, I have 3 areas that I will explain and defend. 1 is economic benefits of printed books. 2 is the societal and historical benefits of printed books, and 3 is the lack of negative impact on the environment. So first off, we'll start with the economic benefits of printed books. To start, printing books creates jobs. It creates jobs we need people to do the manufacturing of the printed books. And although, yes, there are people that are doing the manufacturing of ebooks and the Kindles and the Nooks and everything, there's still a whole heck of a lot less in processing and everything being sold, a lot less sold out of ebooks and Kindles. Whereas there's a lot more books to be processed and printed and created. That creates more jobs. Second of all, we also have our bookstores. That creates more jobs because we need people in the bookstores to sell those books. We need associates. If we have ebooks and Nooks, then it's all online. You don't have people selling to you anymore, which again creates a lack of jobs. And there's also not a large cost difference between buying books on an ebook or having them printed. First of all, I mean, it's only an 8% cost difference when it comes to the printing of books or the ebooks. So say you have a book that's $23, it'll be like maybe $20, so maybe $3 cheaper. And in the long run, that doesn't make a huge difference. So since we talked about the economics difference, let's go in and talk about the societal and historic benefits. So one of the big situations for printed books is students. It is actually a proven fact that students are more likely to buy printed books or textbooks over any kind of free ebook. The reasons for that are because students actually have it in their mindset that they believe that there's more useful information on a printed book as opposed to an ebook, because it is so much easier to get a hold of the ebook, and it's free, so they don't think that something that's free can have useful information in it. So they're going to go with something that's a little more expensive, that obviously had to be approved by an editor and everything to get those printed books. Second, there's actually been studies that have proved that people comprehend less information when it is presented to them digitally on a screen or anything as that. They don't comprehend everything that's happening or everything that they're reading as much. Also, 87% of textbooks still to this day are purchased in paper. So it's still a huge commodity and shouldn't be ended. One of my favorite kind of conspiracies when it comes to like societal, future historical aspects is if our technology ever fails, if we ever lose, say, it takes natural resources to power our world, to give us power. And if we were to ever lose that, we could no longer charge our Kindles. We could no longer charge those ebooks, and we would lose all of them. We wouldn't have that to go back on if we stopped the continuance of printing. So since we've talked about societal and historical benefits, I'm going to go into one of the larger topic area discussions for printing of books that people have issues with. The effect it has on our environment, or the lack of the negative effect. So one of the big things that people don't realize now is that It's actually, how we get our paper is from paper tree farms. It's not deforestation or anything like that. Trees are specifically planted to create paper for our printed books, for our notebooks, for everything like that. There's no longer the destruction of natural habitats due to paper. And a lot of people will still say, well, there's still deforestation going on. The actual reasons for deforestation, well, the number one reason is cattle ranching. If you really want deforestation to stop, then we need to cut back on our cattle ranching. The next top areas and reasons for deforestation are logging. So in that case, to make furniture, to make like high-end mahogany furniture or different things like that. Then we have agriculture, mining, oil companies, and dams are all top reasons for why deforestation still occurs with rainforests or our large natural forests. The continuance of printing paper books is essential for everything, for historical reasons, for societal reasons, for economic, everything. The economy would and does benefit from the printing of books through the jobs it creates. The societal impact for future generations on retaining information is instrumental for the future of the world, and the negative impact on the environment is no longer a suitable argument against the printing of books. More than 32 million books are currently in print today, and it's been a long and important piece of human history. So let's continue that tradition.